We had a little technical error, but we are back.
What happens when you're outside in
Yeah.
weather with electronics?
Thankfully, you know, the cold is great. So we are going to go back and talk about the floor work since
I think
we
that's about where we...
yeah, so we'll go back and let's go back to the floor work and make sure that we have everything covered.
Okay, so may have a little repetition here, but we don't know. We'll figure that out later. And so I was talking about why in the world does a hip bridge correlate to a deadlift? And it's all about that oblique sling that I was talking about earlier. And so how we can start training our body better is that we have the bag over the sternum. We create a little tension here by pulling the handles apart, and then we drive through the feet and we elevate the hips. So what that is doing is connecting those lats to the glute. Opposite, so right to left, left to right. She comes back down out of the hip bridge. Let's do one more. And then where can we expand on this is that we can keep the bag overhead. We'll go back down, and she will drive through the left foot, elevate the right, and then alternate. So as that comes down, the right foot makes contact, bringing up the left foot, our single leg hip bridge. So again, reinforcing that connection between the lat and the glute. So, and we're not necessarily getting fancy, but what we're starting to do now is then expand our role, understanding now the lats and the glutes being a very, very strong component of our core that we can do a lift and chop. So she'll rotate, she'll lift, and now we're getting that connection between here and the opposite glute, going back down, rotating the bag, coming to the other side. You may be at home going, wow, this looks really, really easy. Come on in and give it a try, and I think you'll be convinced otherwise. Again, altering your perception of how a 12-pound or a 20-pound bag can influence your perception of stability and mobility. All right, so now we have this primed, and so now we're starting to get the body to understand its role in the deadlift. At the beginning, we talked about those 3 points of the butt crack, the mid back, and the head, being able to keep those 3 in alignment as we begin to hinge. All deadlifts are a hinge, but not all hinges are deadlifts. And so with this deadlift, Autumn will grab the handles, she will pull them apart, and then turning the elbows in. And as you can see, the top of the butt, mid back, head, all in good alignment. Hips are in neutral. The knees stay over the ankles. From here, she's not lifting the bag. She's driving through the ground and creating energy into the ground to be able to stand tall. And then back, following that same path, sitting back in. Again, you notice the knees staying over the ankles. The knees never travel forward. That's a squat, not a hinge. And here's the thing. We've already had people come in through impact going, I have lower back issues, whether it's L4 or L5. You know, I've fallen, I've fractured my tailbone, and that's healed, but have some injuries, maybe even injuries through deadlift. We'll still do a deadlift, but we're going to do it correctly. And when that has happened, as uneasy as people would be, going, oh, I don't know about this, when you're cued correctly, when you understand that connection that you have to be able to perform this deadlift, you can do it without pain. You never should hear you should never deadlift anymore. Well, we're never going to deadlift wrong anymore. That's the way I'd like to correct that. So when you look at our bags at Impact, our heaviest bag is 110 pounds. And that's about all we need. That will influence your behavior in terms of a hinge, how your body reacts. Good enough. You don't have to deadlift 200, 250, 300 pounds. This will get you strong and will get you in the right position every time. That's just the wonderful makeup of our Ultimate Sandbag. And that's why if Autumn were to do this, I'm just going to have you do a hinge as if this was a barbell, because of how the wrists are pronated now. She's going to have a much more difficult time in getting that lat engagement to be able to lift and be strong through the core. With these particular handles, the way they are neutral, that allows us to get everything set and allows us to lifting in a much better position. So that's a crazy version, since we had a blip, basically. We're going to go MCU. We had a little blip, and hopefully we picked up where we left off. But when you come in the doors to Impact, if you have trepidation about it, we just want you to come in and we talk for about anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. We do a movement assessment. I want to see how you move. I want to hear about, what injuries are keeping you from doing what you want to do, whether you want to be stronger in your lifts, whether you want to just play with your kids, whether you want to play with your grandkids, move better. That's what Impact is about. We want to help you move better than you ever have before.
Thank you for coming on and talking. Hopefully, you need to stay warm now. Next time, we just talked about him having a hat. You need gloves. So we'll add that to your Christmas wish list.
Yes, please.
And also this Saturday, you are hosting a free stick mobility workshop at Geneva. So that is at 10:30.
Yes.
Is that 10:30?
All the things we were going 10:30 to roughly about 11:15 at Geneva. That is free. If you're a Geneva member or if a non-Geneva member, if you just want to come on out, we're down in the lower level in the fitness room that they have there. Come on out and try stick mobility. Again, it will change the way you think about how your body moves, and this is in a positive way.
I love it. I think it's so much fun. I know a lot of people always enjoy the workshop too. And so thank you for coming on, and congrats to Impact for 4 years.
Woo-hoo,
we did it.
I don't know what the fourth year, third year was leather or something like that. I have zero clue what four
I don't know what the anniversary things are.
We'll just say it's sand. The fourth year anniversary is going to be sand. So
more sandbags.
More sandbags.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that's what I get to know and look forward to. And then, I know you did. So, and then the Red Kettle Fitness, this year he's doing burpees. So come out December 23rd. I believe we're going to be doing this at 6 p.m. Don't quote me on that, but that's probably about the time we'll start. He'll be out there for a few hours. Every $1 that you donate, he does a burpee, or you can help him and do burpees with him to help reduce the amount that he has to do.
Yes, please.
So the more the merrier. And then also Lieutenant Lucas will be out there in the kettle as well. So he will be there in support. And also last year we had the Hy-Vee, some of the Hy-Vee staff. Don wrangled up a bunch of them and did squats with you.
Yeah, that was great.
So it's a lot of fun, and we just want everyone to come out and help us support and raise money for Salvation Army for the holiday season, and just being able to be happy and be healthy during this time especially.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on. And until then, Muscatine, happy Wellness Wednesday. You still have time to sign up to help volunteer for Freezing for Food, and also volunteer to be a bell ringer for the Salvation Army. So you can find all that information online for Freezing for Food, for Discover Muscatine, for Pearl City Media. You can find the sign up website there. And then also for Salvation Army for the bell ringing, you can go to their website or their Facebook page. But until then, stay happy and stay healthy. I will see you later, Muscatine.